Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a collection of real-life relationship stories that range from betrayal to heartache, and everything in between. Some are tough to hear, but they all have one thing in common: the pain of love, trust, and forgiveness. Let's dive into these stories. Story 1. Cheating wife confession after 9 months. Long rant, please bear with me. I found out today that my wife has been cheating on me for the past 9 months. We've been married for 6 years and together for 8 years. I confronted her this morning with texts she exchanged. The person is her ex, who left her many years ago, and it took her a while to get over him. Apparently, something was still there. We've had a pretty decent marriage, taking trips together, building a good financial nest. We had an okay sex life. The first red flag was when she changed her phone password and wouldn't share it with me, which is quite weird, as I had been the one who set them up for her previously. According to her and the texts, she had an emotional relationship only and nothing physical. But she did travel to another country to meet him for a day. I know she's bullshitting me. Asterisk. Fast forward to today when I confronted her. She absolutely broke down and has been extremely miserable, crying nonstop and apologizing over and over. She explained that she's been torn about it for months and wanted to tell me right away. For the past few months, she's been having panic attacks in the middle of the night, which she finally attributed to her fear of losing me if I found out. She wanted to end it all, but didn't know how. Right now, she's willing to do everything and anything to make this marriage work. I've loved her with all my heart, and it's painful to see her so miserable, but I need to look out for myself. I've moved to the guest bedroom for now and have told her we need counseling. Story 2. Is she lying? I, 29M, have been married to my wife, 36F, for about 3 years. A few weeks ago, I noticed her location was at a very strange place. I had to go get my work gear from her car, so I decided to stop by. I called her twice, and she came out of the house on her phone, saying sorry, she left it in the car. She was obviously lying because I told her to turn around, and she saw me watching her leave the house. I asked her if she was cheating and who she was with. She told me it started a few months ago, and she wanted to fix this. She gave excuses for why she cheated. I left home, and a week later she told me there was nothing physical, and I am thinking the worst. I exclaimed to her that it is still cheating to hang out with another person in secret, even if now, all of a sudden, she says nothing physical happened between them. I don't know what to do. I have trusted her my whole life, but I don't know if she is lying to make the cheating not sound as bad. Should I fix it? Should I leave? My wife has always been honest with me, and I am crushed. I do care that she emotionally built a relationship with another person, but I care more if she is lying, and I don't know what to believe. Part of me wants to fix it, but part of me is saying to give up. I know if we can fix things, life will be the best. I know if I leave her, I can be happy as a bachelor. I love this woman, and all I ever wanted was to make her happy. But she betrayed me, and I don't know if she is lying to make things seem not as bad. Story 3. My wife was physical. My wife was physical. I found out through messages that there is a recently deleted section. So I went through and saw all the texts between her and him. She finally admitted the truth, that she was cheating for months. For the past few weeks, my wife has cut him out of her life, and she is fighting to fix my heart. It's really nice how she is helping me. She understands that I have not made my decision, and she says if I do leave, she doesn't want anything from me except the dog. She knows I want to fix the marriage. She knows there is an opportunity. She doesn't believe we can fix it, but she is willing to fight. And I do appreciate all of your help on this sub. I have decided that I will let her keep fighting and earning my trust so we can live a happy life together. But I know it might not be possible. Am I stupid for thinking there is a chance we can be happy? Or is my head just in the clouds? Story 4. Caught cheating texts. I am 25. Found texts on my girlfriend's phone, F36, between her and another guy she gave head to while with me. Several months ago, my girlfriend and I had laid down for the night. I couldn't sleep, so as I scrolled through my phone, she rolled over and passed out. After a while, I noticed she left her phone open. Apparently, She has no idea what screen timeout is, so me being an overthinker and having anxiety from previous relationships, I decided to go through her phone. I then stumbled across text messages from a guy she used to have a thing with, so I decided to read through it. Lo and behold, there's a conversation about her meeting up to give him head, and another message at the end of that conversation saying, "I love sucking your DCK, and I can't wait for you to ask me again." Asterisk, I feel so betrayed and heartbroken. Yet we're trying to work it out and have been doing good so far. But the anxiety that this may happen again kills me. I've been in 4 relationships my entire life, including this one, and each one I've been cheated on. Is it just me? Am I attracted to the kind of people that want to hurt me or find it okay to do? Story 5, Pregnant Girlfriend Admits Cheating. Hi everyone. TLDR. My girlfriend of 14.5 years finally admitted she cheated while we hit a rough patch for like 1.5 weeks. She's 5 months pregnant with my baby. I'm broken and lost. Don't really know what I'm looking for with this post. I just feel so alone and might be using this to vent, but any advice or comment, be it good or bad, is welcome. So my girlfriend, 31, and I, 32, have been dating for 14.5 years, essentially high school sweethearts. Our relationship has had its ups and downs, but we've always managed to find our way back to each other. I have no doubt in my mind that I love her. A few months ago, she told me that she slept with some random guy from work while we were having issues back in 2019. At this time, we were technically not together, but we're still talking and keeping in contact. She never went more than 3 days without contacting me. I know this because it was the hardest time for me as I tried my best to not contact her. Every day, I counted the minutes until she would reach out first, and it was always a maximum of 3 days. She told me that she honestly didn't think we would get back together, and it absolutely meant nothing to her. She told me it was only one time, and she deeply regrets it. She told me she is very ashamed of what she did, and the reason she kept it a secret for so long was that she was being selfish and didn't want to lose me. This literally broke me. She's literally my best friend. We see each other every single day, and basically spend the whole day with each other when we're not at work or busy with other obligations. Honestly, it doesn't even feel like we've been together for 14.5 years. I honestly can't even picture my life without her. What hurts me is that she's so close to my family, and I see how much they love her. She's also so good with my 3 baby nephews and niece, and I honestly believe they like her more than they do me, LOL. I haven't told anyone about what she did because I don't want them to view her in a negative light. So I've been basically dealing with this by myself. Plot twist. She's also 5 months pregnant with my baby. We were also seeing a therapist for a few months, but since we found out that she was carrying, we haven't been back due to financial restraints. It did seem to be helping though. Asterisk, she does seem regretful, and her actions lately suggest to. Cheaters deserve to die alone, but do they deserve the closure of a face-to-face breakup? Narrator. My boyfriend and I dated a few years ago, and I thought, had a wonderful relationship. I trusted him. He put tons of effort into our relationship, etc. His job transferred him out of state, so we split. He begged for a long-distance relationship, but I said no. He'd been trying to get back together ever since. He'd routinely ask about coming to see me when he had time off work, and when I would book solo vacations, he'd ask if he could meet me at my destinations. I declined, but things eventually worked in my favor, and I said, forget it. Why not? We were good together. And if it doesn't work, I got the once-in-a-lifetime chance to live in NYC for dirt cheap. I want to see him half a dozen times or so, and we got back together. Since he had his own place thanks to mommy and daddy's money, I sold my little house, moved across the country to the heart of New York City, and started paying him super cheap rent. I soon learned my lesson. He was cheating, and not just with anyone. He was seeing high-dollar prostitutes. He was even working on making connections to moonlight as a screener/security person at a parlor at one point. Majoric, to say the least. I decided to play the long game. I played everything cool despite confronting him. I lied and said maybe we could reconcile if he jumped through all the hoops: STD tests, weekly therapy, tracking software on his phone, and screen recording software on his phone, etc., which he has done, LOL. I started saving even more than before. I kept an eye on the housing market, and I'm now under contract on a place back home. Since it's a cash transaction, it's more likely to close. My closing is in 3.5 weeks. I've already secured a job transfer with my company, which allows me to move at will. I'll be renting a car, and since I didn't come here with much, it will take me literally 2 hours to pack and load up everything max. So here's my question. I kind of want to leave him a 30-day notice letter on the kitchen table along with a check for November's rent and a refund on his portion of the vacation we booked, with my keys and a lockbox on his door. Then, maybe write because all cheaters deserve to die alone or something to that effect, or maybe even a more detailed closure letter of sorts. Then, I'll send a follow-up duplicate copy of the 30-day notice certified mail while on my road trip, so he can't pretend he didn't get it. That sounds so satisfying, even though it will cost me an extra $600 to give him notice then, around October 5th, instead of October 1st, since I'll owe November's rent. We don't have a written lease, and I doubt he'd come after me for it. But I sure as hell ain't leaving it to chance and giving him any excuse to try and find me, considering all his legal connections. Per New York law, our verbal month-to-month lease is enforceable. Then, of course, I dip. Block him on everything, change my phone number, and skedaddle. The other option is to tell him by October 1st, stay with him a few more days, and then go. Hotels here run $250 plus nightly, and that's without my dog, who obviously has to come too. So exiting the place October 1st is less than ideal. I'd still go permanently no contact, but of course it wouldn't be as fun. What do y'all think? Would I be the asshole if I did what I want to do? Caught fiancée of 10 plus years flirting with her PhD advisor. Do I tell anyone? We broke up already, but I didn't tell anyone, and I think I can't heal. To cut it short, do I tell everyone? First, it will probably ruin her PhD. Second, I'm very close to her parents, and them knowing this will literally break them and possibly disown their daughter. Could also make them violent towards her. I can't think of a way to make her advisor really pay for doing this without hurting a lot of people. I want the guy to quit his job and not be around students, as he also had a similar incident a few years ago. Lastly, they both agreed that those texts were inappropriate, e.g., the guy literally complimented her body twice, whereas she complimented his looks hundreds of times, and hundreds of other things in those texts. However, my fiancé doesn't accept that she had intentions of going even further. I'm crying like a baby every day, and sometimes I have the thought of telling everyone. Why do I protect a cheater and suffer all this on my own? Send help, please. Additional remarks. We are from a country with quite conservative family principles. I'm actually not protecting her, but her family. I know they will be ashamed for life, and I'm afraid that it could also affect their health. Just knowing that we were separating destroyed them. I can't imagine what would happen if they knew the full story. They also depend on their daughter. She is the main provider for her family, and obtaining her PhD will be quite important for providing for her family. I feel I will destroy many lives if I do it, and the thought of it would haunt me for life. As we come to the end of this story, it's a powerful reminder of the pain and betrayal that some face, but also the strength it takes to move forward. If you found this story compelling, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more real-life stories like this one. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Thanks for watching, and remember, you're not alone in your journey.